Welcome, tech enthusiasts, to the Monday edition of Tech Stocks Daily. Buckle up, because today we're diving into explosive news from the NASDAQ. Google's tangled in a juicy leak and courtroom drama. Microsoft's AI and cloud game is crashing price targets, and Bill Gates is stepping in amidst security shakeups. Autodesk is in hot water with investor lawsuits but promises big changes. And Apple, they're shaking up payment services, rolling out mind-blowing AI features, and expanding their mixed reality headset reach. Stay tuned for a roller coaster ride of corporate drama and innovation. All right, hold on to your hats, because we've got a Google-sized mega scoop that's all over the news today. Google has found itself tangled in a web of controversies, innovations, and even some courtroom drama. Let's break it down. First up, Google is in the spotlight for a massive leak of about 2,500 documents, revealing the inner workings of their famed search algorithm. Picture this, the secret sauce behind the search engine that pretty much decides the fate of every website, blog, and online shop. The leak was brought to light by none other than tech guru Rand Fishkin, and it turns out the leak source was Irfan Azimi, CEO of SEO agency EA Eagle Digital. Boy, talk about some high-stakes tech espionage. What makes this leak hotter than your Wi-Fi router after a gaming marathon? Well, these documents allegedly reveal that Google might have been, let's say, economical with the truth about what factors influence search rankings. Contrary to Google's public claims, the leaked documents hint that user clicks, Chrome browsing data, and other factors do play a role in rankings. This nugget of info has sent shockwaves through the SEO community, leaving website owners and SEO pros feeling like they've just discovered the Earth is, in fact, not flat. While Google has confirmed the document's authenticity, they're urging everyone not to jump to conclusions. According to Google's spokesperson Davis Thompson, some of the leaked info might be outdated or taken out of context. But whether useful or not, the leak offers an unprecedented peek behind the curtain of the world's most significant search engine, turning the tech world into full-on detective mode. From scandal to innovation, Google isn't resting on its laurels. Google Cloud has teamed up with Stagwell to launch new AI-powered tools for marketers using Google Cloud tech, including their shiny new Gemini models. This partnership promises to turbocharge digital marketing, making it more efficient and creative. It's like handing marketers a Swiss Army knife, but digital. But wait, there's more. Google Workspaces is about to get a lot more secure. Google announced that by September 30th, access via less secure apps and devices will be phased out. Only apps with robust authentication protocols will be allowed. This move aims to fend off the ever-looming threat of cyber miscreants and keep your data safer than a dragon guarding its hoard. Now on to the courtroom drama. Google's attempt to nip a U.S. antitrust case in the bud has hit a roadblock. A federal judge smacked down Google's motion to dismiss the case, setting the stage for a high-stakes trial. The U.S. Justice Department and several states argue that Google has been unfairly dominating the digital ad market. Google contends that it's just a case of healthy competition. The court's decision ensures that lawyers on both sides are going to have a busy season ahead. Lastly, adding to its endless list of newsworthy actions, Google's services segment is riding high. They've introduced nifty new features in Google Chrome for Android and struck a cool partnership with Peloton for YouTube TV access, all of which are giving their stock a healthy boost. Stonks, anyone? And there you have it. Google is clearly not having a slow news day, from cloak and dagger leaks to groundbreaking AI ventures and some serious courtroom showdowns. Whether you're a website owner, marketer, or just a curious techie, there's a lot to chew on here. Stay tuned, because with Google, the news cycle never sleeps. Buckle up, because we're diving headfirst into a Microsoft news bonanza today. First off, Microsoft is stirring up some big waves in the AI and cloud computing realms. Wedbush Securities analyst Dan Ives has raised Microsoft's price target from $500 to $550. Why, you ask? Well, it's all thanks to the promising monetization of their AI-powered Copilot and Azure services. Ives mentioned that positive customer feedback is building a tidal wave of demand that's about to crash down on Microsoft's revenue in a very good way. Their AI offerings are accelerating like a Formula One car. Every chat with clients seems to confirm that Copilot is becoming a central companion for enterprise users. This could potentially add another $25 billion to Microsoft's top-line trajectory for fiscal year 2025. So, if you're still underestimating the AI wave, now might be a good time to reevaluate. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows for Redmond. Microsoft is also making some significant security changes. Starting June 30th, Outlook.com users will no longer be able to access their Gmail accounts directly. Yep, you heard that right. If you've been using Outlook to access your Gmail, you'll need to switch to the Outlook app for Windows or Mac, or use the mobile apps. This move is part of a broader trend towards modern authentication methods like OAuth and 2FA, aiming to beef up user security. No more basic authentication, folks. Microsoft is laying down the law and saying no more to outdated security practices as cyber threats continue to evolve. And speaking of security, there's a bit of drama. Microsoft co-founder Bill Gates recently came out in strong support of the company's leadership amid federal investigations over security concerns. Gates praised CEO Satya Nadella and President Brad Smith, highlighting their efforts to stay ahead of hackers and fortify Microsoft's defenses. This comes after the Cyber Safety Review Board criticized Microsoft for security lapses tied to a 2023 hack linked to China. Gates emphasized that Microsoft has always worked closely with the government on these issues and has an array of impressive security products. So the message is clear. The leadership team is on it. Now, in a slightly different domain but still very much related, Microsoft's connection with AI doesn't stop there. There's news about their effort to challenge Intel by developing an ARM-based PC chip in collaboration with MediaTek. This move is seen as Microsoft fortifying its territory in the AI applications and cloud markets. It just shows how deeply embedded and influential AI is in Microsoft's strategy going forward. And if that's not enough Microsoft for you today, let's talk stock performance. MSFT has been on a roll, gaining over 19% year to date. It's one of the tech stocks with a majority of buy ratings from analysts, right up there with Amazon and Delta Airlines. So, there you have it, folks. Microsoft is flexing its muscle across AI, cloud computing, and security, all while getting a nod of approval from none other than Bill Gates. Keep an eye on this tech behemoth. They're firing on all cylinders. Today's tech news is all about Autodesk, and it's been a wild ride for them. It seems like our favorite design software company is finding itself in a bit of hot water lately. Here's why they made headlines today. First off, Autodesk is currently the subject of a class action lawsuit. Investors who felt the sting of financial losses are banding together, spearheaded by high-profile law firms like the Portnoy Law Firm, Hagens Berman, and the Gross Law Firm. The lawsuit revolves around some alleged financial shenanigans, specifically accusations that executives messed around with the company's financial metrics to make things look rosier than they actually were. Shady, right? The complaint suggests that Autodesk's internal controls were as useful as a screen door on a submarine, especially concerning their free cash flow and non-GAAP operating margin practices. Next up on the docket, on May 31st, Autodesk came clean, or at least partially, about an internal investigation that revealed these financial manipulations. They admitted that charges and payments were shifted around to hit certain benchmarks. But here's the kicker. The company decided not to restate their past financial results. Naturally, this raised some eyebrows among investors who started wondering just how accurate Autodesk's previous reports were. In response to these findings, Autodesk's audit committee didn't just twiddle their thumbs. They recommended some gnarly changes aimed at tightening up their processes and responsibilities. Noteworthy here is the shuffle in their top brass. CFO Deborah Clifford is moving to the role of Chief Strategy Officer, while Betsy Raphael will serve as interim CFO. Changes are afoot, folks. But that's not all. Starboard Value, a well-known activist investor fund, is stirring the pot even further. They've recently acquired a $500 million stake in Autodesk and are making noise about wanting some changes, especially concerning margins and board composition. Starboard isn't mincing words. They believe Autodesk needs to clean up its act and start delivering more bang for their shareholders' buck. They attempted to privately engage with Autodesk, but were met with a brick wall, so now they're taking the legal route, trying to reopen the director nomination window for more shareholder participation. Drama alert. Autodesk issued a statement in response, essentially saying, thanks but no thanks to Starboard's requests to reopen the nomination period. They pointed out that they're already on a good path, showcasing solid revenue growth and confidence in their strategic direction. All this upheaval has had mixed effects on Autodesk's stock. While the news initially shook investor confidence, some positive vibes have come through with Starboard's involvement and the promise of better governance and margins. In summary, Autodesk is going through quite the roller coaster with lawsuits, investigations, executive shuffles, and activist investors keeping them on their toes. However, these hurdles could lead to improved transparency and potentially better financial health in the long run. Stay tuned, because the Autodesk saga is far from over. Ladies and gentlemen, Apple really stole the spotlight in today's tech news with a triple whammy of updates that have everyone buzzing. From changes to Apple Pay Later, exciting partnerships, and some juicy AI developments, let's break it all down. First up, Apple is pulling the plug on its Apple Pay Later service. Yep, you heard that right. According to a report from 925Mac, Apple will discontinue the service in the US and replace it with a more global installment loan offering. While this might sound like a bummer for current users of Apple Pay Later, Apple promises that this new solution will bring flexible payments to more users worldwide in collaboration with Apple Pay-enabled banks and lenders. So if you're mid-loan, don't panic. You can still manage your payments through the Apple Wallet app. No need to run for the hills just yet. Next in line, Apple is gearing up to go big with their latest toy, the Vision Pro mixed reality headset. Pre-orders have started rolling in Japan, and Apple is making strategic moves to amp up its reach. According to reports from Nikkei, Apple plans to partner with Japanese firms, including Canon, to broaden the Vision Pro's appeal. Canon is releasing a 3D camera lens compatible with the Vision Pro, which means more content creation options for users. Plus, with over 2,000 custom spatial apps made for the Vision Pro and compatibility with 1.5 million iOS and iPadOS apps, the hype is real, folks. However, despite all the tech frills, it seems that sales have simmered down, with even secondhand models dropping in value on eBay. What gives? Finally, let's dive into Apple's ambitious AI rollout. our good friend Mark Gurman from Bloomberg has spilled the beans, detailing that Apple's new artificial intelligence features, revealed last week, will gradually roll out, with some goodies not expected until 2025. That's right, folks. You'll need a bit of patience for some of the most anticipated features, like the ChatGPT integration. Early access will start this summer for developers, but the full package will only be available in American English at first. And oh, the AI features will only work on devices packing the A17 Pro chip. Think iPhone 15 Pro and iPhone 15 Pro Max. So if you're rocking an older model, it might be time to consider an upgrade. So there you have it. Apple is shaking things up in every way imaginable. What do you think about these major updates? Are you excited about the Vision Pro collaborations and the new AI features? Or are you concerned about Apple Pay Later being phased out? I want to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let's get the conversation rolling. All right, tech enthusiasts, let's dive into a little bit of investment wisdom, shall we? Today we're zooming in on Microsoft in light of the news we just broke down. The question on everyone's mind, should you buy, sell, or hold? Drumroll please. I'd say buy. But hold on, don't rush to click that buy button just yet. Let me break down the why behind this choice. Firstly, Microsoft's AI and cloud game is crushing it. Analyst Dan Ives from Wedbush Securities has hiked Microsoft's price target from $500 to $550 based on the explosive demand for their AI-powered Copilot and Azure services. We're talking about potential revenue boosts with the speed and force of a SpaceX rocket launch here. If Microsoft can monetize these services effectively, it could add another $25 billion to their top line by fiscal year 2025. That's a big win. But it's not all sugar and candy. Starting June 30th, Outlook.com will no longer support direct Gmail access. While this move tightens security, it might cause a bit of grumbling among users who love their cross-platform convenience. The other curveball is the federal investigation into Microsoft's security practices. But hey, even Bill Gates has stepped in to back the leadership. Despite some hiccups, the acknowledgement from Gates and the proactive steps Microsoft is taking show resilience and commitment, reinforcing investor confidence. And let's not forget the stock performance. MSFT has already surged over 19% year to date and continues to attract positive ratings from analysts. Clearly, the market vibes are good. So the blend of skyrocketing AI opportunities, a resilient approach to security, and solid stock performance makes this a compelling buy in my book. But as always, be sure to do your own research and consider your risk tolerance before making any investment moves. Happy investing and keep riding the tech waves. All right, tech fans, what a day on the NASDAQ. Google is wrestling with leaks and legal battles while also dazzling us with new tech and partnerships. Microsoft is flexing its AI muscles, making big strides in cloud computing, and even getting a nod from Bill Gates amidst security shakeups. Autodesk is facing some investor heat, but also promises potential long-term gains with improved governance. And Apple, they're shaking up payment services, expanding their Vision Pro horizons, and rolling out tantalizing AI features. It's been a roller coaster of corporate drama and innovation. If you enjoyed this tech news roundup, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow tech enthusiast friends. And be sure to return tomorrow for another exciting day in the world of tech. Happy teching, folks.